Assalamualaikum. Today we are going to present our critical review. So before that, I'm going to introduce our group member. My name is Nur Asparina and my partner is Tuan Muhammad Ismail Alif, Tuan Azmi. So this critical review is to study on 2 articles about record management and legal complaints in public organization, which is at Business Registration and Licensing Agency BRELA at Tanzania. This study will examine a deeper understanding of both articles within strength and weakness and give some recommendation. This study also will look at the comparison from 3 aspects which are relevant, effectiveness and compliance of those records. Without further delay, let's look at the overview of Article 1. Article 1 is titled Factors Limiting Legal Compliance in Managing Public Records, a case of Business Registration and Licensing Agency BRELA at Tanzania. So according to the research, the writer wanted to see how well the staff member at the Business Registration Licensing Agency BRELA understand this law of record management. The writer also wanted to study what factor of limiting people from following the laws. In the research, the writer also did mixed method, which is qualitative and quantitative, such as interview, do some questionnaires, and did some observation by themselves. So the findings show that there is a low level of awareness among staff regarding record management laws. In addition, several challenges affect compliance, such as lack of resource, outdated legislation, low prioritization of record management, and limited guidance from the responsible government department. From my point of view, several things of this article have strength, which is the strength of this article is the article already state a clear objective, which is the writer is to find out the staff aware of legal framework in record management and to identify factors that affecting compliance in record management. And the strength of this record is the researcher used mixed method, which is qualitative and quantitative, such as questionnaires, interview, and observation. This strengthens the reliability of the data because it gathers both quantitative and qualitative insight of, and for sure it is giving more comprehensive understanding of the issue. Somehow, in this article also have weakness such as limited sample of finding. The study only involves 66 staff over 80 somehow at BRELA. This small and specific sample may limit the generalizability of the findings to other organization or country. And the weaknesses of this article is the writer not detail the strategies or implementation steps. The article suggests improvement on training and audit, but it does not provide detailed strategies or practical implementation steps. So, taking everything into consideration, the study could involve more participants from different departments or organizations to obtain more accurate and reliable findings. Other than that, comparative studies between public and private organizations or between countries may provide broader perspective on legal compliance issue and state detailed strategy or practical implementation step for the company to enhance their knowledge about the importance of law and legislation in record management. I'll pass my the second slide to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Tuan Muhammad Ismail Alif, Tuan Azmi, and I am going to present 3.0 overview of Article 2. To begin our look at Article 2, this study evaluates how the Business Registration and Licensing Agency BRELA in Tanzania implements legal framework for managing current records, specifically looking at standards for creation, classification, tracking, and storage. The research highlights a significant failure in implementation, noting that BRELA continues to use outdated alphanumeric filing system instead of the keyword classification system that is mandated by their national regulation. So essentially, the agency is not meeting the legal standards set for public officers. Moving to the strength of the article, a major highlight is its comprehensive scope, as it truly examines every stages of record management life cycles, from creation to their final stage. Furthermore, the study is successful in identifying a critical behavior gap by showing that employees often manage records based on their own personal habits and experience rather than following official legal requirement and guidelines. On the other hand, a significant weakness of the study lies in its limited interview pool, which only consists of 4 people, which is the CEO, record officer, record assistant, and HR officer, making the finding potentially unrepresentative of the broader work culture. Additionally, the study faced a low questionnaire participation rate, with only 32 out of 88 employees responding, which may fail to provide a complete or accurate picture of the agency's overall operation. For critical analysis, while the article is highly informative regarding the policy practice gap, its finding is lack full reliability because they are based on a very small sample of participants and low response rate. While it effectively brings attention to the fact that employees do not follow official regulation, the data collected may not accurately reflect the viewpoint of the general work environment of the organization as a whole.
Thank you, Isma, for the explanation of Article 2. Now we look at the comparative between Article 1 and Article 2. So for the Article 1, the relevance of the article is highly relevant as it's focused on identifying barriers to legal compliance in record management, particularly awareness, resource, and policy issue. For the Article 2 is highly relevant too, as it examines the way in which legal frameworks are practically applied in the day-to-day records management process, such as creation, classification, and storage. For the effectiveness of between two articles, Article 1 has low effectiveness of record management and weak implementation due to lack of training, poor awareness, and insufficient resources. For the Article 2, shows party effectiveness. Some systems such as file tracking exist. However, overall implementation is still weak due to lack of guideline and inconsistency. For the compliance, Article 1 indicates low compliance with legal framework because the staff lack knowledge, framework are unavailable, and enforcement is weak. For the Article 2, indicates incomplete compliance since some action match legal standards such as tracking system, but many areas such as classification, storage, rules do not comply. I'll pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Based on these findings, we recommend that future research should include a wide range of data sources from different organizations and sectors to enhance the applicability of the findings. Furthermore, authors should move beyond general suggestions like training instead provide specific, detailed protocols such as systematic audit step and concrete training module to help organizations practically improve their record management system. In conclusion, there is a persistent gap between legal framework and actual practices at BRELA, largely caused by low staff awareness, outdated laws, and lack of necessary resources. So, to achieve full regulatory compliance, organizations must foster a new workplace culture supported by specific policies and implement effective, systematic methods like regular audits and targeted training programs across all levels of management.